Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the RFC Throwback Series. That must mean it's Tuesday night. Joining me in the booth tonight, it's me, Chris. I'm not driving, I'm talking, and, well, things happen, and I was forced out of the driver's seat here tonight, but here we are with the 87 cars. I want to thank everybody out in chat already. Thank you, Linda, Baby Yoda. Tyler, you need to be driving, buddy. But thank you all for coming on out here to the Throwback Series. Top three leaders as far as points go so far. It's Steve Baker with the 2 wins. Ryan Nolan, 1 top 1. One top 10 is what that's supposed to say. Chris Mefford with 1 top 10. Here we are, Darlington Raceway. The Lady in Black, the Darlington Stripe, all up for grabs here tonight. Track length, 1.3 miles. Getting ready for a super showdown. 30 seconds left of practice, and the cars here are wild. Dale Osmond going around KD trying to get the feels of this car around this little track, and well, so far he is the fastest driver out there, but followed closely by Chris Mefford, Tyler Hilton, your top 3 fastest drivers out there. And oh man, and I'm driving this series. Well, I don't know, Baby Yoda. I think Baby Yoda is driving this series more than you. I mean, I know you were in the car last week, but this week, Baby Yoda's out there, and that's pretty awesome. Practice is done as a checkered flag falls on the field. A good sized field here tonight. In fact, as we get ready to go, qualifying right around the corner. Hope everybody is having a safe and happy Tuesday. Tonight starts, what's sure to be a very, very long week here, as I am going to be in the booth for the rest of the week starting tonight. We got big things happening here on Turn 3 Racing Network, and, well, it's going to be a lot of fun. No drivers have come out yet. That means we can go out and pay some bills. Guys, we're going to be right back. Well, we're back. Still nobody on track, so we're going to take a moment to thank our sponsor. It's the Ohio and Indiana Roofing Company. Make sure to check them out at facebook.com/OI Roofing. And if you're in that area and you need a roof, make sure to get a hold of them. Also want to thank the Blackhawk Motorsports team. They are helping out as well. Terry Foster, I see you out there, bud. Welcome. We are sure to have a good one here as, still nobody out on track, but unbelievable. Okay. These guys are just going to make me talk throughout the entire time here, which is fine. They do have 10 minutes to kind of get their qualifying sorted. I did drop a couple of hammers on a couple of guys, asked them tonight because of some situations that arose to become race admins. So we'll be watching over them, and oh lordy, I did get a chance to drive on this track for about 5 laps, so I did get a good feel of the car. It actually handles here pretty darn well. It does want to float into that wall, though, and that Darlington stripe sure to happy. Terry, I wish you were home too, buddy, because I'm going to lose my voice tonight. You know how that works. Heck, I do that with 2 other people in the booth. Forget about just myself. Still nobody on track, and that's okay. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it. Guys, we're going to step away for just a couple more minutes here as these guys get ready to go. If they get on track, I will be sure to come back live. All right, so I admit it. It's my fault. It's all my fault. The reason why we can't see qualifying is because officially I entered this race as a driver, and drivers can't see other people when they are qualifying. So that's my problem. Only 6 drivers have qualified anyways, with about a minute 5 seconds to go. 7 drivers now have qualified. I'm not going to tell you what's going on there, but it'll be a surprise for all of us as we get ready to go to the green flag for the first time here tonight from Darlington. Again, want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. It's the Ohio and Indiana Roofing Company, along with the Blackhawk Motorsports team. And, well, guys, it's just going to be another minute or so, and then we can get going finally. But, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be like 110 laps around this track. And I'm telling you, I ran, like I said, I'm less than 10. And, well, I managed to touch the wall about 5 times out of that. So, and we're going to have to keep an eye out here for this tonight. I want to thank Steve Baker and Tyler Hilton for stepping up and helping out with the adminning of this race. Certainly going above and beyond here tonight as far as that goes. With that, qualifying is done, so I should be able pretty soon to bring you all the action. Here it is. I love it when it just comes up like that for me. Now, if I can just get it where I want it to be. All right, on the pole tonight, it's going to be Steve Baker and his number 55 starting to the outside. How about it? It's the 82 of Tyler Hilton out of Falcon Motorsports. Inside row number 3, the 1 car, Stephen Page, to his outside, Dustin German in the 28. Starting inside row number 3, it's going to be Eric Blount with Chris Mefford starting in 6 to his outside. Roy Hyde going to be starting in 7th spot to the inside. Josh Spalding is going to be to his outside in the number 48. Brian Littleton going to be starting in 9th spot to the inside. Travis Smith going to be starting in the top 10. Then it's going to be Brian Mescal Jr. in the 33, starting in 11th spot. Cade Green takes over 12th. Starting in 13th spot, KD Dale Osmond in his number 88. Zach Coyer in the 13, going to be starting in 14th spot. Matthew McKeenan is going to be starting his 14 and 15th position. Damon Cox going to be starting in his 57 and 16th position. Dustin Ping going to be starting in 17th position in his 9 car. Chad Meadows in 18th in his number 31. Doug Wasaki back from the hospital, ready to go again this week. Doug in his 34 going to be in 19th spot. Brian Snare going to be starting his 43 and 20th position. We're going to call him Baby Yoda from now on here tonight. Guys, I'm going to start 21st, and Craig Bristol going to start in 22nd position. Obviously, I'm not starting. Ryan Nolan going to start 23rd. Doug Johnson, 24th. And bringing up the rear of the field, it's going to be the 15 car of Jeffrey Clifton. That is how we're going to get going here tonight, as the pace car has yet to get it going. All right, here we go. This should be a good race. With the 55 of Steve Baker starting on the inside, Tyler Hilton making up that front row. Steve Page, Dustin German, big names out there in the top 2. Or top 4, rather. Top 2 rows. Well, Terry, hurry up. You can do it. Good looking field out there. A lot of drivers out there tonight. It's like some have not taken the field. And the pace car is in, so opportunity lost for them as we're getting ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight. Steve Baker waiting on that green flag. Green is out. We're under green for the first time here. 110 laps at Darlington. Lap number 1 of 110, and Steve Baker out front with Tyler Hilton and Dustin German leading the way. Then it's going to be the one car of Stephen Page as they've already kind of single filed out throughout the field here. Not a bad move. Oh, the 46, Chris Mefford, may have gotten his stripe early as it looked like he came off from the wall. No damage to the 46 machine as he continues on down the front stretch, and we are under caution. And it looks like, oh boy, that 43 was definitely involved. Let's go back and take a beat. Oh, the 9 and the 5 get together. The 43 have no place to go. So the 9 of Dustin Ping, the 57 of Damon Cox get tangled up, and that brings Snare along for the ride. And the 43 comes away with a ton of damage to the front end, but aerodynamics not really a big deal here. Guys, I'm trying something new tonight, so I hope it looks good. I threw this baby up to 1080. If you could just let me know how it's looking out there, that would be great, as we are under our first caution of the night very early on into this one, and people are already coming down pit road. Little service getting done here. KD, Dale Osbin, Travis Smith, Brian Snare, Dustin Ping, Damon Cox, all coming down pit road. Doug Wasaki also coming down pit road. So a good handful of drivers. Another handful of drivers didn't make the start here, including Ryan Nolan, who came into tonight second place in points. Doug Johnson, Jeff Clifton, and Chad Meadows not making the start. It's the 87 Throwback Series all night long here. These cars are definitely a handful, and we're still learning them, but it's been a lot of fun here so far. Linda, thank you, hon. The RFC Throwback Series bringing you all the action every Tuesday night for, well, after tonight, it's only going to be, I think 7 or 8 more weeks. A quick series this fall. Terry, I don't know what that's supposed to be there, buddy. Oh, blank ton better. Okay, I'm with you. Wow, okay. Now, listen, I can push this all the time. I choose not to most of the time, but I figure what the heck. It's a special kind of night. Might as well go for it. Looking back at the Autism Speaks car number 55 of Steve Baker. He's led every lap here so far. Only one green flag lap before we fell under the caution. These guys are running with one quick repair tonight. I wouldn't use it yet, though. Terry, I got to ask, if you're driving and you're watching on a cell phone, and, well, anyways, Rick, you're not too late to join me up in the booth, buddy. I'm just saying. We're pushing 1080 tonight, just for the funsies of it. Having a good time here so far. Steve Baker, Tyler Hilton, Dustin German, Stephen Page going to be your top 4 as we get set to go back under the green flag. Pace car lights are off. Oh, yeah. Plead that fifth, buddy. Cell phone use and driving. Don't worry about it. I won't turn you in. 1.3 mile track, Darlington, the site of excitement here on Tuesday night. As I mentioned, this is going to be the start of a very long week for me up in the booth after tomorrow night when Rick and I are in the booth for another Racing for a Cause. How about the super late models? Then I'm going to be joining Roger Muth in the booth for the next 4 consecutive days to bring you all kinds of racing action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Here we go, waiting for the green flag. Steve Baker out front, Tyler Hilton. They both hit the gas pedal, and here we go. Drinking. Yeah, buddy. Steven Baker with a great restart off from that caution. As here we are on lap number 6. He's being followed by Tyler Hilton, Dustin German. We're spread out a little bit deeper in the field, as it looks like KD is running in the 14th spot, and right behind him was the spread, the 57 of Damon Cox and Travis Smith. Look like they're getting ready to maybe battle it out here. Oh, here comes Cox way down low, and that's going to allow Travis Smith to go around. Oh, we got one getting the stripe right on the screen. It was the 9 of Dustin Ping. Meanwhile, while all that's happening, the 55 of Steve Baker launches, and he hits his fastest lap yet. Greg Bristol might be having a little bit of a problem as he's showing off the track on pit road right now. But Baker out there with Tyler Hilton and Dustin German, the top 3, starting to sneak away a little bit from 4th place runner, the 46 of Chris Mefford. Stephen Page out there in the 1 car trying to get it done. He's starting to catch the back bumper of the 46, along with Eric Blount and Josh Spalding. So everywhere on the track right now, there is action to be had. And Rick Hammond has joined me in the booth, but he isn't ready to go yet. Oh boy, that time by Tyler Hilton ran his fastest lap, and guys, that was the fastest lap of the race here so far. His best lap time, a 30.52. Tyler Hilton starting to get the feel of this 87 car, and he is turning it on. Dustin German sitting in 3rd spot, Chris Mefford in 4th. And this time by Chris Mefford with the quick car, a 30.49. These guys are swapping back and forth. 34.9. That's the quick time here around this 1.3 mile track known as Darlington. Steve Baker in the 55 leads the way again across the start finish line to start lap number 11 with Tyler Hilton and Dustin German. But Chris Mefford is starting to reel in the top 3. The 46 machine running that very high line comes off about mid-track, and that is the quick way around here. So the 46 looking to try and improve his position, and he is slowly catching him up. 0.4 of a second. That lap was what Chris Mefford was, he was able to make up 1/10 that last lap. We'll see what he's able to do this time by, as German is just 0.3 of a second ahead of him right now. Heading onto that nice long back stretch. You really do get some power out of these cars, and it is a lot of fun to drive around here. I really enjoyed the practice session. I wish I could have raced tonight. I was definitely feeling, well, better than I have the last couple of weeks, the first 2 weeks anyways. Starting to get the feel of these cars, and it was showing up in my practice speed, but well, I don't think I would have had anything for the top runners, but you know, I'm solid mid-pack anyway. Top 2 drivers, still Baker and Hilton getting it on here tonight. German and Mefford running 3rd and 4th. In 5th spot right now, it is Stephen Page in the 1 car, just kind of holding his own. He's in front of Eric Blount and Josh Spalding. And so far, even though we had that early caution, I am going to say this is some of the best racing we've had so far in this series. just by virtue of the fact that we have a couple of different packs out there. Everybody's kind of minding their P's and Q's and having a good time, and that is what this is all about. How about KD? We talked about him just a little bit ago. Right now, battling for 9th spot. He goes around the 14 of McKinnon, and he gets around, picking up one more spot up to 9th position. If you guys have a favorite out there that you want me to key in, please let me know. Linda, I already know. About, I'm not sure if it's going to be, I don't know if it's Brian or Mitchell that are driving, but we're still going to call him Baby Yoda out there, driving that 43. And right now, doing a good job of it. Sitting in the 12th spot as Cade Green looks like he may have had a bit of an issue. Cade Green on pit road. Oh, we got a potential pass for the race lead. Here comes Tyler Hilton to the inside of the 55. Hilton gets it. Tyler Hilton with a great move. Lets it slide up in front of the 55, and it holds. So Tyler Hilton takes over the race lead here on lap 16. And at the start of lap 17, it is Hilton, Baker, German, Mefford, and Mefford is really starting to catch him now. Stephen Page still running in that 5th spot, and he's got about a second between himself and Chris Mefford up ahead of him. Watch out, though, because here comes Eric Blunt. Blunt sitting in the 6th position with Joshua Spalding in the 7th spot. Brian Littleton in 8th, KD. Dale Osmond sitting in 9th. And Matthew McKeekan sitting in the top 10. Not the side of the race I'd rather be on, but really fun watching this one go. As Tyler Hilton and Steve Baker may not be done yet. Baker was looking to the inside, couldn't quite get there. Puts it back behind him and rolls out. We are under caution again here. Lap number 19. And it looks like this one may have involved David Cox. We go back. We're watching the 57 of Cox. He comes off the corner. Oh, that's more than a stripe. As he comes down and hits the inside retaining wall as well. Damon Cox, big time problems as the smoke has let go from the motor. Guys, you may not know this, but motors run on smoke, and once it goes out, it's all done. So we'll keep an eye on Cox. Remember, we do have one quick repair at the ready for these guys, and we're going to see if Cox is going to be able to make it back out or not. Right now, that motor getting set to expire as it is smoking heavily around this track. The 57 took a hard lick to that inside retaining wall, and he is going to bring it down pit road. He looks like he may have one. Looks like he's intending on using it. And oh my goodness. Well, there goes the race. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Cold Beer Coyer is the new race leader. He did not come down pit road. Zach Coyer out there on older tires, and oh boy, heaven help us all. Cold Beer Coyer. Tyler Hilton coming off pit road, as is Steve Baker. They come out second and third. Dustin German going to be fourth. Chris Mefford fifth, because Zach Coyer decided he was going to stay out. Well, he thought better of it. He's coming down. He was probably just finishing up a beer or something. He couldn't quite make it on the last time around. Finish up that beer, brings it down pit road, and it is a slow pit road here as you see him woed up big time. How slow? 45 miles per hour is the answer. And Zach Coyer brings it down. That's going to relinquish the lead over to Tyler Hilton, Steve Baker. They're going to get it on again. Top two rows, it's going to be Hilton, Baker, German, and Mefford. Getting ready to do battle once again. Chris Mefford is going to have to try and take advantage of that outside lane. Tyler Hilton, as the race leader, will start to the inside. Let's keep in mind that these guys go on the green flag, so no leader advantage here. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but this pace car, this Ford Mustang that's out here, 1,300 horsepower under the hood of that thing. And Tyler Hilton, driving that Ford Thunderbird right behind him, probably has about the same. Big long caution here. Let's go ahead and pay a bill. We'll be right back. Back live, and that 1,200 horsepower Ford Mustang bringing these 87 cars around for the last time. It's getting ready to peel off down pit road. Then it's going to be all on Tyler Hilton to get his Thunderbird up to speed. Him and Steve Baker have been putting on a clinic out front here so far. We're going to see if that continues with the 82 and the 55. Waiting on that green flag. And here we go, back under the green. I love listening to these cars come up to speed. It is something else. And around turns 1 and 2. Oh, the 82 starts to get a little loose. Able to hold on to it. Steve Baker saw the whole thing. Steve Baker saw it. May have had to lift just a little bit. And Tyler Hilton scoots right out in front. 0.2 of a second is the race lead. But watch for Baker to try and close that gap. Dustin German sitting in third. Chris Mefford was not able to hold on to that outside line and falls back 4th spot. Steve Page is 5th. Joshua Spalding 6th. Eric Blunt, Katie Osmond, Brian Littleton, and Roy Hyde making up the top 10. And yeah, Terry, it gets faster. I mean, that's what happens. I mean, it's still breaking in. You wait until that thing reaches top speed. That pace car is some kind of quick. While we were paying the bills, Rick did talk to me. He said he's getting a little bit of a stuttering issue. Hopefully that can be corrected, but we're already on lap 25 of 110. This one promising to be quick around Darlington tonight. 2 cautions so far. And a bunch of drivers that didn't start. Got Cade Green and Craig Bristol out on track, but being scored, oh, well, not on the lead lap at this point. So hopefully they're able to get it back together. Craig Bristol is being scored, many laps down at this point. And so is Cade Green. So they actually, let me just double check something real quick. Oh yeah, they're not on track. They have called it a night. 18 drivers all on the lead lap, all running around this 1.3 mile track, and Tyler Hilton is leading the way. Hilton staying up towards the wall. Baker takes a very different line down to the inside. So Hilton flirting with that stripe, hasn't gotten it yet. Big mover of the race here so far. It's KD Dale Osmond up 5 spots since the beginning of this race. Right now running in 8th position. And he has been motoring along here pretty good. His best lap time of the race, a 30.84. A little bit slower than your race leaders, but Those are best lap times, not the average lap time. KD's running in the 30s. The race leader's running 31s, low 31s, so he is faster right now than the top 4 drivers. Make it top 5. KD is moving that sun drop number 88 through the field. This time by, the cars haven't started to separate like they did last time by. Everybody's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable perhaps in these 87s during this throwback race. I want to make sure to remind everybody once again, if you're in the Ohio and Indiana area and you're looking for a roof, make sure to check them out. Ohio and Indiana Roofing for all of your roofing needs. Also want to go ahead and thank the Blackhawk Motorsports team for helping to put this whole season together, and it is going to be a fun one. Here we are, race number 3, Darlington is the challenge. Just heard somebody else get their stripe, and it may have been Travis Smith in the 95 or Damon Cox just ahead of him. Oh yeah, it might be Cox. It looks like he's got a little damage on the right side after refreshing that motor during the last caution. We've got Stephen Page now. He got his stripe. The one car, oh, gets it big time. Down onto the inside. Oh, man, that one's going to hurt. Stephen Page, and we are still under green, so it hurts even more. Oh, we got more calamity going on. The 31 of Colby. Oh, they come back out on track. Can't do that. Caution on the field. Oh, that's a bad call. You never come back out on track. All right, let's go back and take a look one more time. We're gonna back this thing up just a little bit and try and see what happened. He gets into the wall, and that part's okay. Then gets in the wall again, this time a little rougher. Comes down to the inside. And it looks like there was another accident that was happening there. And then the one car comes back out, clips the 9, and oh boy. These guys know better than that. Well, lead cars are coming on down pit road yet again. And that means yet again, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. I don't want to lose that voice of mine. I've got a lot of work ahead of me this week. We will be right back. Back live, pace car lights are out, and we are getting ready to go back green. We have a new race leader. It's the 28 of Dustin German. Steve Baker going to start to his outside. Chris Mefford, Tyler Hilton going to make up row number 2. Mefford to the outside, Hilton to the inside, as the 1250 horsepower Ford Mustang leads the way.
That thing should have broken down by now.
Never gonna happen. Oh yeah, joining me up in the booth, it's Rick. Rick's here. Pace car is dropping down, and the whole weight of the world on Dustin German's shoulders as we get ready to go under the green flag one more time. The 28 slowly leading him away, and here we go. Steve Baker had a good restart, but not good enough. German able to hold on and takes the race lead. Steve Baker in second spot. Then Tyler Hilton and Chris Mefford. Dale Osbin is up to 5th spot.
That Sundrop car looking mighty fine out there.
I'll tell you what, it is moving. Speaking of moving, what a nice shot that was. Right off the wall. These guys really just turning it up. Look at Dustin German go. 0.6 of a second. Your race leader has got over second spot. Steve Baker has his hands full trying to figure out how to get there. Tyler Hilton sitting in that third position, just kind of waiting. Takes the inside lane. Not enough momentum. Can't get there with that Ford Thunderbird. Oh, it's looking like a race now, Rick.
It definitely is. I just went through the field here, and pretty much guys are starting to get just kind of nose to tail, do their thing. That's kind of what you got to do here at that track, too tough to tame.
I keep hearing sounds of people getting stripes. Dustin German ain't one of them, though. Man, he is cooking right now. Last time by, though, Steve Baker just a little bit quicker. So was Tyler Hilton in third. Chris Mefford also quicker. And this is going to be a surprise to no one. KD. Dale Osbin, the guy who has been absolutely on a tear here early on in this one, is still trying to tear it up. And he is looking to catch the back bumper of Chris Mefford. Meanwhile, behind him, it's another Ford, and it is Eric Blunt in the number 6 car. Brian Littleton sitting in the 7th spot. Matthew McMeekin is sitting in 8th. Roy Hyde, Travis Smith rounding out the top 10. And it's Baby Yoda in 11th spot. Josh Spalding, Brian Mescal Jr., Damon Cox. Although Cox just went around Mescal. So the 57 starting to figure it out.
Yeah, use that outside lane right to his advantage. Got right around the 33.
Douglas Saki is number 34 out there in 15th spot, up 4 spots since the beginning of this race. And ooh, now drags on the wall. That's going to allow Dustin Ping to go around. Ping takes a way low approach and goes right around as Wasaki has to get it back up to speed, back up front. Dustin German still getting it done. The gap starting to close, though. Steve Baker down to 0.2 of a second to the back bumper of the 28.
Well, Baker's getting a lot of help there from Mefford and KD. KD looking on the inside right now of Chris Mefford in that 46 machine. The 88 on a tear, not able to do anything. Falls back behind Chris Mefford, but he is not done looking, I have a feeling, Chris.
No, I don't think so. I think the top 5 right now really are showing some stuff out there. And actually, we're going to throw top 6 in there. Tyler Hilton seems to be slipping back just a little bit. Hilton in the 82 started this one in 2nd spot, now back to 6th. A net loss of 4. KD right on the back bumper of Chris Mefford. Steve Baker and Dustin German just in front. Eric Blunt in that 5th spot, trying to hold off Tyler Hilton. Hilton starting to slip backwards a little bit. May have gathered it back up, though. The 82 looking strong, looking like it's going to charge.
Blunt into the wall just a little bit. That's going to give a big advantage to Tyler Hilton. Whoa. Hilton slide there.
Yeah, got really loose. You can see the damage on the right front. Hilton got into the wall at one point, and that's probably why he slid backwards. The paint very scraped up on that right fender, but the top 4 drivers starting to check out here, Rick.
Yeah, they're really working very close, nose to tail. I mean, Baker's hanging back a little bit there from German. German doing a good job here leading the field around. Got a little close to the wall there, but kept it off. Top 4, throw a blanket over him. And you got 5th and 6th working together. That's Hilton and Blunt. And then just a little ways back there, the next pack starts, and that's going to be with the 80 car of Brian Littleton and McMeekin in the 14.
Oh, we got one into the wall. It's the 6 of Eric Blunt. Blunt into the wall, able to hold on. Here comes Tyler Hilton. Hilton advances to 1 position. He's back into the top 5. It doesn't take very long for these cars to come out from underneath you. And Eric Blunt did a fantastic job holding on to his 6.
Lost a little position there, Chris. Just 1, not bad though. We're on lap 48 of 110 right now.
47
of 110.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Pretty close. Top 4 drivers still driving nose to tail. And they are starting to separate quite heavily now from Tyler Hilton. Hilton has a ton of room to make up. 1.2 seconds for Tyler Hilton to get to the back door of Osborne. Then it's Blunt, Littleton, McMeekin, Smith, and Hyde, your top 10. Josh Spalding in the 48, just outside, along with Baby Yoda out there. Damon Cox running in 13th spot. Brian Mescal Jr. sitting in 14th. The 9 of Dustin Ping sitting in the 15th position. And Doug Wasaki is bringing up the 16th position. The 16 drivers on the track right now. A few drivers have not recovered, and they are going to call it a night. Started off with a good size field here of 24 drivers and quickly fell. First caution happening right at the end of lap 1, the beginning of lap 2. And, well, we might have a story developing here in the top 3 as they have separated away just a little bit. AD Osborne has kind of disappeared.
Yeah, disappeared. He came down the pits. Got some service done there on the Sun Drop 88. Service now complete. Heading out onto the exit of pit road now to rejoin the racing surface.
It's going to put Osborne down 1 lap. He's going to be running in 16th position. The first car 1 lap down. He may know something that the rest don't, though. Up front, it's going to be German, Baker, and Mefford, your top 3. Tyler Hilton a distance away in 4th spot, 1.7 seconds. May have messed up the handling a little bit on that 82 car when it rubbed into the wall. The damage very obvious now as you look at it. The right front tire, a little bit more of that right front is exposed than should be.
Thankfully, aerodynamics don't come into too much of a play here, but
yeah, they really don't.
Are tough. These cars are tough.
Yeah, they can take a licking. I did that during practice, and well, there is a point where you can't go anymore, and then it starts going the other way. Hey, Chris Mefford taking a spot away from Steve Baker, so Baker's starting to slide backwards now. Baker was your pole sitter here tonight, and now back to 3rd place.
Yeah, Baker's also won the first 2 races here for the Throwback series, and I heard over the radio he's like, "You got it, Chris." So I think Baker's starting to save a little bit, maybe.
Very, very possible, as it seems like we are in the midst of a nice green flag run. Oh, just as I say that, the 6 car, Eric Blanc, gets deep into that wall. Able to hold on to it, though, as Travis Smith and the 14 of Mick Meekin able to get around him. Tyler Hilton off the pace. Tyler Hilton way off the pace in that 82, as Littleton drove right around him. Tyler Hilton now in 5th spot. Littleton first time into the top 5 for the 80 car. Back up front, it's German, Mefford, and Baker. And Mefford is getting racy here at lap 55. We're halfway through. Second half of the race may go a little bit quicker than the first half, although we're cutting pretty good time here, even with a couple of cautions. Just 9:20 Eastern Standard Time, so these guys are really doing a good job moving these cars around this track.
It really seems like the drivers really figured it out, got it settled in. Chris, know their lines. Mefford looking on the inside once again, thinks better of it. He's got to be careful. Ooh, I just heard somebody hit there.
Tyler Hilton coming down pit road. Scheduled stop for Hilton, perhaps. Dustin German, just saw him on a straightaway getting a little bit loose. So much power under the hoods of these cars. And it just goes to show the handling is, well, it's something. 46 comes off from turn 4, and Mefford had to hold on to that one. Oh, he goes into one sideways. Chris Mefford doing it dirt style. Well, you know, Terry, you know, when you're as good as this, right? You don't even have to race to not take last. That's a total joke. If I was racing, I would be last. The guys that didn't even start the race would pass me. That's when you know it's rough. Well, Dale,
yeah.
I was going to say, Dale Osmond, your first driver 1 lap down, and he is cutting through this field in a hurry. Osmond in that sun drop number 88 is looking good out there. He is a member of that Blackhawk Motorsports team. I guarantee you he'd love to have a good finish up here tonight.
He's doing it the old-fashioned way, went down into the pits, got service done to the sun drop 88, and now working his way back up through the field. Doing a heck of a job, too.
Okay, D, running 15th spot. Your first driver 1 lap down. Ooh, the 46 and the 55 get together just a little bit. The 55 going to take advantage to the inside. Steve Baker back up to second. Oh, a little bit of a heart attack moment there. But everybody able to hold on to it. Chris Mefford, a good bit of driving there. Out of that 46 to make sure he kept it straight. And Dustin German, with that, is starting to pull away again. 0.7 of a second at the line. And it is still increasing. Dustin German finding some speed out of that Javelin number 28. I mean, I guess it's not a surprise. It is a Ford after all. Top 2 positions taken up by Ford. And then it's 4 Chevys in a row. Eric Blunt pulls out a Ford in 7th spot. So Ford is kind of outnumbered here as far as the manufacturer wars, but holding on to the top 2 of 3 spots.
I think we got to have those things broken down in tech.
The Chevys, yeah, I agree. There's no way that any Chevy should be in front of the Fords.
You begged me not to paint you the Ford Thunderbird.
I know. Well, look, in 87, I did like the 46
Mefford
gets into the wall. Big time hit for Chris Mefford, and he is able to bring it back out on track. But what kind of damage did he just do to the right front? And you heard him. He had to shift. He was way down on speed. The 46 getting it back together, but my Lord, what a moment. Go foot. Yes, sir. Terry Foster, owner and operator of BS Motorsports over on Blazing Pedals Sunday night. Oh, Chris Mefford has got his hands full, Rick, as the 80 machine of Brian Littleton goes around and he gets into the wall again. Here comes Dale Osmond. Osmond is looking to try and get a lap back the old-fashioned way, and the handling has gone away on the 46 machine. Oh, look out. They were thinking about going 3 wide, and the 46 going around. I don't know how he was able to save that, but he did, and he's gonna try to bring it down pit road. Oh man, it goes from bad to worse for Chris Mefford. Mefford on pit road. Meanwhile, up front, Dustin German has got a mirror full of Steve Baker. Oh, the 28 machine has been doing a fantastic job leading this race, but here comes the champ himself, Steve Baker, racing for a cause's first champion, and he is looking to do it again here in the Throwback Series, winning the first 2 events here at the Throwback 87 Series by racing for a cause. And here he comes, Baker to the inside. Baker on the backstretch heading into turn 3, and he takes over the race lead from Dustin German. German may not be done though, as he is looking a little bit on the low side. Yeah, German, he couldn't get it done, Rick.
No, just didn't have enough there, Chris, as they came across the start finish line, so the 20 gets back behind the 55, but I don't think this battle's done yet.
Oh, I don't think so. And it might play out right onto pit road. Here we are, lap number 67 of 110, and it has been a long time since these guys were on pit road. Way back on lap number 32, in fact. Chris Mefford still on pit road. Must have already had used his quick repair, Rick, and that is going to be devastating for the 46, who was quick all night long. Right now, he is stuck on pit road. Looks like he might be coming off now. He is. Chris Mefford coming off, but he has lost 3 laps, it looks like. Mefford falls way down to 16th spot. So another race of attrition here out of the 87 Throwback Series. But up front, it's been pretty good. Steve Baker, Dustin German really running away with this one. And in 3rd spot, Brian Littleton. Travis Smith hits the 4th position in that black number 95. Then it's Josh Spalding in the 48 machine in your top 5. Eric Blunt, Matthew McMeekin, Roy Hyde, Brian Mescal Jr., Dustin Ping rounding out your top 10. Baby Yoda is on pit road. Doug Wasaki is behind him. Now up to 11th is Wasaki, as Damon Cox also bringing it down pit road. So green flag pit stops are happening, and there is some significant tire fall off here. So these guys out front may not want to be out there for very much longer.
That's the thing I'm sure that's on their mind right now, Chris. A lot of drivers out there have come down and taken some new tires, so 55 should be coming down, I believe, this time by
55 gonna relinquish the lead, and Dustin German woes it up. He's gonna come in with him. Looks like Littleton in the 80 is gonna follow suit along with Travis Smith. The 48, Josh Spalding wasn't going to, and then he decided to, but he lost the position thinking about it. And that gives the lead over to another Ford, Rick. It's the 6 of Eric Blount. Eric out there running about 145 miles an hour through the corner. Oh man, Chris Mefford crashes, able to hit the tow button, so he gets it off track. We continue under green. Good job from Chris Mefford to keep this one going. And Eric Blunt bypasses pit road interest one more time. Last on pit road, lap number 32. Roy Hyde in the 00, last on pit road 32. And nope, he's bringing it down along with the third place runner, Brian Mescal Jr. and Dustin Ping. All that being said, and look at this. Eric Blunt, if he comes down pit road, he is going to surrender the lead to the 88 team. And here he comes, Eric Blunt coming down pit road. And that should give KD Dale Osmond the race lead. Nobody around him. The 88 has got to make it around one more time, Rick.
And I know he's pushing that car as hard as it can go, Chris, to get around, do what he has to do. Back on the lead lap.
Back on the lead lap and ahead of Steve Baker, Dustin German, and Tyler Hilton is KD Dale Osmond. The 88 Sun Drop Machine is your race leader.
First thing he's got to think about, Chris, last time he came down, I think it was lap 48. We're on lap 73 right now. So all these guys coming in just a few laps ago might have a little advantage.
Oh, they're definitely going to have fresher tires. They're going to have more fuel in the tank. And at least right now, the way KD is orchestrating his pit stops, boy, it might work out for him. Very, very well, in fact. So KD is your race leader. Steve Baker running in second spot. The gap right now, Rick, 13.5 seconds. Dustin German sitting in third position. He's about 1.2 seconds behind Steve Baker. Then it's Tyler Hilton and Brian Littleton, your top five.
Then we got the 95 with Travis Smith in sixth, Matthew McMeekin in the 14 and seventh, Eric Blount in eighth, ninth, baby Yoda in the 43, and rounding out that top 10, Chris, the 00 of Roy Hyde. Ooh,
Josh Spalding having issues out there, Rick, and I believe he hit the tow button. As of right now, 7 drivers on the lead lap. This one definitely is a battle of attrition. But Rick, just 35 laps to go.
And it looks like Josh Spalding, another one that has pulled it into the hauler, Chris, and called it a night from Darlington.
Eric Blount getting his lap back the old-fashioned way, getting around the 88 machine. The difference between new tires and old tires definitely on display right now. Speaking of old tires versus new tires, Steve Baker on those new tires, and the gap is down to about 11.6 seconds and closing quickly, Rick.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Right now, KD definitely being chased down by Baker. What happened? It's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out here.
Osmond, Baker, German, Tyler Hilton, Travis Smith in the 95, your top 5. A good run from Travis Smith. Travis Smith comes into tonight running 22nd in the points, Rick. So very big run for him tonight, and definitely going to gather up a bunch of points if he's able to hold on to where he is right now.
Yeah, I mean, as you said earlier, you know, we kind of got a short season here, a little short fun season, just to get guys to unwind a little bit, have fun before we take break for the holiday, and miss a race like you and I did tonight. You know, it hurts.
Yeah, it does. And speaking of hurts, I'm anticipating next week it's going to hurt. 160 laps at North Wilkesboro for the First Union 160. Coming at you live next Tuesday night here from the Racing for a Cause Throwback Series. And it is promising to be a lot of fun out there. North Wilkesboro is a tough track, Rick, and I don't know how many laps you've got on it so far, but I've got enough, and man, I just don't have the touch for that one yet. Hopefully, I figure it out.
Let's see, I painted, I think, 4 cars on that track, so I got about 4 laps on it. Most of them was while sitting in my actual computer chair and reaching over to the accelerator on my rig. So that should be good.
KD Dale Osmond says enough is enough. He's bringing it down pit road, Rick, with 30 laps to go. He is coming down pit road.
Being followed in by Tyler Hilton and Roy Hyde, Chris. So he's going to have some help once he gets back out on that track. Those guys, if they can run together a little bit, they have a chance to catch the leaders a little quicker. And draft aerodynamics, not huge here, but it does come into play, especially when you have a bunch of cars running together. But right now, race leader Steve Baker in that 55 machine.
So the champ takes it back over the 55 up front. Dustin German, Travis Smith, your top 3. Brian Littleton and Matthew McMeekin going to be sitting in the top 5. Eric Blunt got his lap back the old-fashioned way. And, oh boy. Brian Mescal having a little bit of an issue here in the 33. Let's take a peek at it. Gets hard into the wall. And able to woe it up. And he brings it down pit road. So Mescal Jr. sitting on pit road, Rick. Fastest lap time produced by Brian Littleton, a 31.36. So Littleton looking to try and make a charge up towards the front. He's got to get past Travis Smith and Dustin German and Steve Baker. And Steve Baker's about 10 seconds ahead of him, Rick. So he has got a long road to hoe.
He definitely does. Somebody who is starting to chip into that a little bit is Dustin German, Chris. Last time I checked, just over a second. About a second and a half when I last checked. Now he's up, just over a second back from Baker.
Well, right now, Dustin German has his hands full with a lap down car, and it's none other than the 88 of Dale Osmond. So KD is starting to reel him back in and shut him down. He is looking to get back on the lead lap, Rick.
Got enough time to do it. That car, it seems like it's running pretty good here, Chris, tonight.
26 laps to go. Last time by, it took Steve Baker, your race leader, 31.81 seconds to get around this track. But certainly anything can happen as Baker now starting to contend with some lap down traffic. He just got around the 00. That's Roy Hyde. Hyde in the 00. Kind of made it a little easy for your race leader. And here comes KD to do the same thing. So KD wasting no time catching the back bumper of Steve Baker. But he has still got a lap and a little bit to catch up.
I was just going to say, he might get it by Steve Baker, Chris, get that lap back. But then he's going to go all the way around, deal with all that lap traffic again to start fighting for it. But if anybody's up to it, it's the driver of that 88 Sun Drop machine.
The 9 car finds himself directly in the way of something going on. Oh, we got caution.
Damian Cox.
Caution on the field. So KD doesn't have to get it back the old-fashioned way. We'll go back and take a peek, see what happened to David Cox. Watching the 57. Oh, he gets into the wall hard and then back into the inside retaining wall. We've seen that multiple times here tonight. And that motor has expired once again on the 57. I believe that's the second motor he has gone through tonight. As we are under caution, 24 laps to go. Their lead car is bringing it down pit road, and I certainly would. What a perfect time, Rick, with 24 laps to go. 4 fresh tires and a tank of fuel would definitely get you done here tonight.
Oh, definitely. You know who's pushing that Ford Mustang right now? It's the 88 of KD. Now he gets around the pace car. He's free to go around. He's got to make that. And I'm going to be shocked if he doesn't come down just to get topped off.
Oh, he definitely has to. And get 4 tires while you're at it. There's time. as we are under caution. Speaking of being under caution, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step away for just one moment. We will be right back. Back live here as we are under caution one more time with 22 laps to go of this 110 lap event known as the Darlington Transouth 110. My name is Chris, and with me as always my good friend Rick, able to join me here at about 30 or so. Rick, and a lot of drivers are taking the wave around the pit pace car to get back on the lead lap, including one Tyler Hilton, who started tonight in the second spot. Big news on that caution. KD gets his lap back, comes down pit road, takes a full tank of gas and 4 tires.
KD doesn't want to waste any time, Chris. He's got to fight through. I mean, it looks like he's going to be restarting in 8th position here, so he wants to get back up towards the front where that 88 feels really good in that nice clean air.
Yeah, we're going to find out exactly what his plan is here very shortly. Less than a mile, Rick, as we are working the last lap here of this caution. Pace car, 1,275 horsepower Ford Mustang, getting it done here tonight. And luckily, we haven't had to see it very many times. Pace car pulls off. We're getting set to go back to the green flag. And some of those guys that took the wave around are just starting to catch up now. And we are getting ready to go. Top 11 drivers on the lead lap. We're back under green flag with 20 to go.
KD gets to the wall.
Oh boy.
He got off. He's got his stripe definitely now.
Yes, he does, and he is motoring, and that's the thing he has to do, Rick. Right now, sitting in 8th position, the 88, trying to figure out a way to catch the 55. Meanwhile, Dustin German has done it. He's working the inside. Dustin German looking to the inside for the race lead. Dustin German in the 28, holding steady on that inside lane, and he gives up, or excuse me, the 55 gives up the race lead. Baker couldn't do a thing about it. Travis Smith sitting in the 3rd spot. He's up 7 positions since the beginning of this one, and he is on the back bumper of Steve Baker. Travis Smith coming to race here tonight.
Looking on the inside of that 55, Chris going to try to do it, not able to do it, gets that back behind the 55 coming out of 4. Got to start finish line. We'll see what he does in 1.
4th place, Matthew McMeekin just ran the quickest lap of the race, a 30.42, and McMeekin in 4th spot, looking to try and get up towards the front. He's got a fast machine, wants to be able to prove it.
Checking back in with the guy who's sitting in 8th place, Chris, the 88 of KD Osmond. Dale trying to do everything he can to find his way around the 9 of Dustin Ping, but unable to do so far after a couple of laps here. Got to let them tires warm up first. And he's peeking on the inside.
That's really what it is, Rick. You can't do much here with cold tires. You got to let them warm up, and I think KD might like it a little bit loose too, and certainly these cars tend to run that way, even more so when those tires start heating up. Dustin German starting to run away with this one, Rick. He's got a 3/10 lead over Steve Baker in the 55. Is this going to be the first night we have a new winner here in the Throwback Series?
Very well could be. So far, Baker has taken race 1 and 2 of the season, winning at Daytona and Atlanta.
Well, Steve wouldn't be totally upset, as Dustin German is a teammate of his. But you know what they say, Rick, with about 5 laps to go, there are no teams.
Oh, it's time. It's time to go or blow. Travis Smith hanging tight to that 55, Chris. He's definitely looking to do something there with the 95 machine.
Yeah, looking to have a nice top 3 finish. But he's got Matthew McMeekin right behind him. McMeekin up 11 spots here tonight. He has kept that 14 very clean, Rick, and it is showing here in the 14 laps we have left.
It makes me want to bush. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, no.
Hey, as long as it's free and cold, every beer's good.
KD finally gets around Eric Blunt. He's been chasing him for a little while and has finally done it. That frees him up. He's 6th spot, and he has got a long way to go, and it is getting to be a short time to get there.
Absolutely right, Chris. 13 laps left to go, but KD moved up 2 positions there during that last time that we talked about him. So he is on a move, but he does have a little bit over a second and a half to catch up to the 80 of Brian Littleton. But he's definitely looking to try to make as many moves as he possibly can here.
Now, the only good news about that, Rick, is once you catch Littleton, everybody else is right there. Exactly. Top 5 drivers, nose to tail. As Steve Baker peeks down to the inside, Baker may not be done for the run here, as he is looking very hard to try and figure out a way around Dustin German. Race leader holding on, as the 55 had to kind of drop back and reset. The Autism Speaks number 55 looking strong out there, but did lose a little ground that time by to Dustin German. Looking hard again to the inside, not going to get there. Travis Smith, that 3rd place runner, now might be starting to get a little impatient, Rick, as he might be looking. He does. He drops down. Travis Smith gets blocked by the 55. Baker holding on to that 2nd spot. 11 laps to go. Travis Smith now making a move to the inside once again. If Baker comes down, it's going to be a calamity. Oh, Smith couldn't hold on to it. Smith had the nose inside of the corner panel of Steve Baker and couldn't hold on to it. With 10 laps to go, things are starting to tighten up here. Yellow flag is out. Yellow on the field. Dustin Ping, looks like it all was with him. Let's go back and take a peek. Dustin Ping in the 9 car. Oh, comes off the corner and just a little too hard into that outside retaining wall. Ooh, almost got into Tyler Hilton coming off the wall, but managed to stay off.
Baby Yoda also had a little issue there, Chris. Got a little slow, went down into the inside off the apron a little bit, came back out on track and tapped the outside wall. So Baby Yoda not having the night that he wanted either.
Some tomfoolery going on for pit road. Oh, look at that. McMeek and Littleton, Blunt, Hilton, Hyde, all on pit road. Our top three just changed. Dustin German, Steve Baker, Dale Osmond, and Dustin Ping all stay out on track. Dustin Ping, the reason why we're under caution. Tires are all equal at this point. This one is going to be a battle for about the last 5 laps, Rick. This thing is going to get wicked.
It's going to be just enough time for those guys that came down pit road, Chris, to have their tires warmed up, but it's going to get interesting.
Well, Baby Yoda's out there saying I'm an idiot, which makes me want to have to go back and take a peek. Let's take a peek at the 43 and see what happened. It's tight, goes into the wall, goes around the wall, and then brings it down pit road. You know what? That's not an idiot move. That's actually a good move. You kept it under green. Well, it would have been green had we not had the other caution. That's racing, buddy. It happens. All you can do is put it in the hauler, let the crew straighten it out for next week at North Wilkesboro. And I'll tell you what, that is going to be short track action, and it's anybody's game. Baby Yoda out there doing the yes, yes, yes. I don't know if I'm going to call him Baby Yoda. I might have to change his nickname to Daniel Bryant. Only people who watch fake wrestling would understand. Well, this is going to get interesting, Rick, because the front row is going to be teammates. Dustin German going to start on the inside. Steve Baker to his outside. Inside row number 2, it's going to be KD, Dale Osmond, along with Dustin Ping. So you know German's going to get a push from the 88. Teammates trying to figure out how they're going to play this one. As the pace car lights are out, we're getting ready to go back green. It'll be 5 laps to go. Just about 6 miles, 6.5 miles of racing action, and I don't think that we have seen it all yet. Well, hopefully you're going to race with us next week, bud. Send baby Yoda to bed and take over the sim.
That's called the dad tax.
Yes, sir. All right, these guys have had enough time to think about it. Pace car is going to get ready to come on down pit road, all 1,300 horsepower of it. And that Mustang is fast. Pace car drops down onto pit road. We're waiting for the green flag. Anything can happen here. Don't close your eyes as we get ready to go back green flag racing from Darlington. Good start out of everybody in the top 8, 10. I don't even know. Oh, Ping up into the wall. Dustin Ping gets into the wall. That allows Eric Blunt to come over and take over 4th spot. Here comes Travis Smith in the 95. He's up to 5th. Ping falls back to 6th spot. He is the biggest mover of the race so far. Oh boy.
Smith, hang on to it, buddy.
Oh boy. Oh, it's getting exciting out back. Everybody holds on. Top 4 drivers in a row. Dustin German leading the way. Steve Baker, KD, Dale Osmond in the 88. Oh, Osmond Osmond off the wall hard. Dale Osmond hit that wall hard, and he is going to lose a bunch of time on track. Osmond hits that inside lane, maybe done. And
I think he had enough to have, yeah. He's heading down into the pits with 4 to go. Oh.
3 laps to go for your race leader, Dustin German. And Steve Baker right there. Brian Littleton holding on to 3rd spot. The battle right now for 6th, though. Matthew McMeekin in the 14 gets around the 00 of Roy Hyde. He takes over the 6th position.
I don't think McMeekin's done. He was looking there on the inside of Tyler Hilton.
Oh, my goodness, my heart. Popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 laps to go. Flagman has 2 flags in his hand, guys. It is the caution flag, and it is the white flag at this point, just in case. Normally, it would be the white flag and the checkered flag, but hey, the way tonight's going, you never know. Dustin German turns out of turn number 4, getting ready to set up for the front stretch. Here he comes to accept that white flag. 1 lap to go. Final lap here from Darlington. Steve Baker sitting in 2nd spot. Brian Littleton tried in turns 1 and 2. Couldn't quite get there. The 55 trying to hold on for 2nd. Littleton, oh, the 14 going around. Holds on to it somehow. Matthew McMeekin goes for a ride on the final lap. Coming out of turn number 4, it's the 28 of Dustin German. Steve Baker holding on for 2nd. And Littleton in the 80, gonna take 3rd. Wow, wow, wow. The action hot and heavy there. But your race winner has been decided. It's Dustin German. Oh, what a barn burner. First time this season somebody other than Stephen Baker has won. And it's the Haviline Ford of Dustin German. Don't you dare go away, guys. We're going to set up some post-race interviews. We will be right back. An absolute barn burner going on tonight here at Darlington. Thank you very much for tuning in here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Let's go to our 3rd place finisher. And what a finish he had. It's the number 80 of Brian Littleton. Brian, Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, bud, you did everything right here tonight. You finished in 3rd spot. The only thing that I'm going to fault you for here is, listen, you finished on the podium and you brought it down pit road.
Right? No, I'm not used to finishing up so far. I don't think I've put a car across the start-finish line at the end of a race since we started this season. It's been a rough season.
Well, it was kind of by design to be rough and fun, and it sounds right now like you had a ton of fun out there. Why don't you take me through your race in that 80?
You know, I've had a lot of good luck here. I don't really like this track, but I've had a lot of good luck in other cars. So this was actually the first time I'd been here in this old car. Definitely a lot to handle. You just got to let the car do the work. try not to overdrive it, and that's what we did, and it seemed to work out for us. I thought I had something for those leaders when we all pitted at that last caution, but just not quite enough.
Well, it looked good out there, bud, and you certainly were starting to put a little pressure on Baker here in the last couple of laps, looking for second spot. Couldn't quite get there, but a good run nonetheless. Who do you got on the 80 that you need to thank here tonight?
Yeah, we're going to thank 946 Designs for putting this paint scheme together for me. We're going to shout out for diabetes awareness. I know that's not on the car, but that's the cause we're shooting for tonight. You guys up in the booth are doing a great job. The guys doing the admins, just a great time. A lot of fun, a lot of good talent in this league. It's a pleasure to race with.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations once again on bringing it home in third place tonight. We look forward to seeing you in North Wilkesboro next week.
10-4, thanks.
And that was the 80 of Brian Littleton, bringing it home in second spot, bringing it home in second tonight. It is going to be the 55, the original champ, Steve Baker. I believe Rick caught up with Steve.
Yeah, driver in the number 55 SRTV Network Autism Speaks car, Steve Baker. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going, guys?
It'd be better if I didn't miss the race tonight, but hey, listen, it looks like it was a good one. I'm glad I was able to come in here just after lap 30 or so to help Chris out and watch you have a heck of a night there.
Yeah, it was fun. Loved Darlington. Really fun track. Super challenging. Didn't really try to race too many people out there just to keep it off the wall, but really stoked to have a 1-2 finish for the team. Stoked for Dustin to get his first win, and always good to have a podium.
It definitely is, man. And listen, you're no, you're not a stranger to the podiums. Unfortunately, tonight you came in second, but teammate still got first, and you had a heck of a race, man. And I'll let you deal with the points this week. I'm sorry about that. I just got excited last week. But anybody on that 55 you'd like to thank, brother?
Yeah, like you said, we've got Autism Speaks on the car for this season, bringing awareness to that cause. And SRTV Network, as always, shout out to you guys for the broadcasts and for putting on this league, and everybody who came out to race. And I did want to say, I think Dave might have put out a challenge last week that if nobody hit the wall, or if somebody didn't hit the wall at all, then there was something.
Oh, we're gonna have to get with Dave on that one. That's a definite. Chris, remind me about that.
Okay.
Find out what Darkside Dave over here at Turn 3 Racing Network did. I'll have to go back and maybe rewatch last week again just to see if I can catch that.
I don't know if that counts for hitting other cars, because I know I bumped into Chris Mefford there a little bit, just racing hard, but yeah, I don't know that I got a piece of the wall.
All right, buddy. Hey, we'll check into that. Well, listen, congratulations coming in second next week, North Wilkesboro. How you feeling about that?
Pretty good. Just ran there Sunday night. Had a pretty good race with KD, so looking forward to it again. Great little track, and man, these cars are a blast. Really glad to be running them.
Excellent, buddy. Hey, we're glad to have you here. The first Racing for a Cause champion, folks. Steve Baker and the driver number 55 coming in second tonight. Congrats, bud.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Steve Baker in his number 55, and that's going to leave us with just one more guy to talk to, and it is going to be our race winner here tonight. Driving in the number 28, it's going to be Dustin German. Dustin, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, guys, how y'all doing tonight?
Buddy, doing great. Just watched a fantastic race, and it really was. You guys up front had a fantastic time up there, and I'll talk to you like this. There was times when Baker was faster than you, and there was times when you were faster than him, and it looked like on the short runs maybe that you had a advantage, a decisive advantage even, over Steve Baker. What was the feel from the 28 tonight?
Yes, that's the crazy thing, because if I was behind Baker, or as I was behind Tyler and Baker earlier in the race, my car didn't have good short run speed. It only paid off when I was in clean air. So we kind of figured out something with that tonight. It was kind of weird. The person in front was kind of at a disadvantage. I guess the dirty air kind of loosened your car up some. But that's all I needed there at the end of that. I don't know if it was 4 or 5 laps there to the end, but yeah, I mean, it paid off.
That was a lot of fun to watch, Dustin, and good to have somebody win that isn't named Steve Baker out there, although he is your teammate. Who do you got on the 28 that you need to thank, bud?
I just want to thank you guys, man, Turn 3 Racing Network and RFC for putting everything on. All the guys for, it's Darlington. It's a hard race for keeping it pretty much clean. Thank my team, Smoke Show Racing, my teammates Joshua Spalding and Steve Baker, and SRTV Network, and my cause is American Stroke Association. Lost my grandma earlier this year, about June or July. To a stroke or complications from a stroke, and I just want to bring awareness to that, and this wins for her.
Man, I can certainly sympathize with that, buddy. All right, man. Well, congratulations. We'll put you back down with the team and let you celebrate. And that was our race winner, the 28 of Dustin German, getting it done here tonight. And that beautiful number 28 Haviland machine. You want to talk about throwback? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you once again for turning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. You've been watching the RFC Racing for a Cause Throwback Series. It's brought to you by Ohio and Indiana Roofing, along with the, boy, I'm having troubles getting through it here, Rick. I'm getting tired. The Blackhawk Motorsports, my Lord. I'm going to get there eventually, but, well, maybe not, because it's all done. I want to thank you all once again for coming on out, and we will see you again next time.
We'll see you again tomorrow.
Tomorrow, in fact, yes.
Yeah.